What is going on, my good people? Welcome back to the United Sim Football Association channel on YouTube for another set of games here. We have done our checks and balances to make sure that everything is good for week number 2, and we're gonna go ahead and get it started today on Wednesday. I hope you're having a great start of your week so far, but we got to get back to these gameplays. We got to get to the games for sure. Once again, thanks again for all the support and everything like that. We're going to be getting better and stronger as the weeks go along, so make sure that you do your job by supporting the channel. Make sure you like and subscribe. Do what you need to do to get on the field. Show some love to all of our various affiliates, all the good stuff, and we're gonna get this one rolling pretty soon. I just wanted to go over a few things while I am here with you before the game starts. I already did all the checks. I got all of the game ready to go. I just got to hit the play game button whenever that time comes. But I wanted to talk a little bit about last week, and especially in regards to the views for the last 5 videos that we posted. I want to say mostly for the last 4 because I just posted one from Twitch to YouTube. Make sure you watch that. I already uploaded that along with the January state of address. So it's kind of a short one, only like 20 minutes, but we did make some checks on that side just to make sure everything is all good for you. Make sure you do what you need to do to get on the field. Make sure you follow the Twitch channel. Make sure you subscribe to the Twitch channel. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Support all of our various affiliates, of course. They'll be in the description. All of our basketball and football associated leagues, they're all there for you to join as well. The Discord channels, and we're gonna get this one rolling pretty soon. But I just want to go over the videos here that we posted. Let me go ahead and get to it. So our first game already a week in is already over 100 views, along with the second game as well. So we'll have to see how they do in the next the other games, how they do in the next 3 or 4 days or so. See if they could also crack 100 within a span of a week. I think that will be the first time that's ever happened. So I am very, very happy to see that. So the St. Louis and Anchorage game, that is currently sitting at 104 views, and actually the Dallas Arizona game is a little bit ahead of that with 106, and then the second game, from what I'm seeing here, is at 85 views currently, but I'm sure by the time this game comes up it'll be a little bit over than that. And then we also have the New York Mafia versus Tampa Bay Typhoon game. That was the last YouTube game that went up. That is already at 73 views. The YouTube video for the last game, the Pittsburgh at Charlotte game, that is at 12 views currently. But I'm going to go ahead and double check the Twitch channel, see how many views that currently has. Let me go ahead and get it on my phone so I can make it real quick. We got a little time here, and I'm also kind of buying time because I may have a person join me in this one. But let me see if I can find it really fast. How many views does this have? I don't see it quite yet. Maybe I can turn it to the right side like this. Maybe it'll show me the views that way. Okay, it will not. So I'm just going to go to the Twitch channel on my computer here. Let me just go ahead and bring this up, and I'll let you know how many views that already has. I'm pretty sure it's over 70 in the first day, which is just amazing. So I gotta see what I could do here. If I could get this thing up really fast. Let me bring this thing up. And that view already has 81 views. So it already has 81 views on Twitch, and that Twitch stream was very, very lit. As you already know, we got to get another game rolling pretty soon. I just wanted to showcase that. Thanks again for all the support and everything like that. We're going to keep it strong for you, and we're going to keep the movements moving. So in the first game here, we got Pittsburgh at New York. There's going to be another game here between two teams. Well, another game. This will be the first game between two teams that have yet to get yet to get a victory. Only one could come through with one unless we have a tie. I cannot wait to see if we was to have a tie. You never know. We do have a real crazy game here with Madden, and now that we actually have it rolling here for gameplays on Madden, we actually have a game that actually can get ties. So you gotta watch out to see if you get the tie on that one, and I can't wait to see how this one gets rolling pretty soon. Pittsburgh had a lot of great chances, but they went against a team that is looking like the favorites for the championship in Charlotte. They lost by, I believe it's more than 2 scores. Could not quite remember the score, but I'll have the ticker up. We'll go over the scores and everything like that for this game and the rest of the games this week, and I'm going to be getting that one rolling for you each week, so you know what's happening around the league, along with a couple other things as well. Going into New York's game, they came close to getting the victory, but they lost by, I believe, 8 points, 38-30, I believe was the score when that game was all finished up. A great effort, but could not quite get the job done in that one. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this one started. I think y'all are ready. I'm definitely ready. Let's go ahead and hit that play game button. Everything is all looking real nice, I must say, and I'm gonna go ahead and get y'all ready to go as we always do. And I'm gonna go ahead and hit into that setup here. As soon as I see it, go ahead and play it, or go ahead and flip over. Should be coming real soon. I love when I see that second screen. It normally means it's on the way. And I do hear it here. Let's go ahead and get into it, my good people. And we are underway here. Let's go ahead and get into it. He's going to take this one to the right side, running through a few people, and he's going to almost break away for the kickoff return, but he'll make it a nice one to the 46-yard line as Noah Bake getting that one. 1st and 10 coming. Cletus Castle versus Jim Carr. 2 quarterbacks that are looking real nice so far in this league. I can't wait to see what they do in this game here. They're going to set up a handoff to Mr. Doc Boone, turns up field and tries to get the first, and I think he's going to do just that. His first carry is looking real nice. 1st and 10 as Heavy D makes a tackle there on defense. We're going to be looking around to see if the homie is going to be able to click on, but as of right now, it doesn't look like it is the case, but it's 1st and 10 here. New York already in Pittsburgh territory. Both teams, like I said before, looking for their first victory of the season. Will they try Doc again? Yes, they will. Decent blocking again. This Doc is going to get around 8 on that carry. He's looking for his breakout game. Mitchell out with the tackle. And I got a couple of messages about my commentary. They said that they love it, and I appreciate you all for your support on that side. I mean, it's a lot of work to go into it, but it's worth seeing it when I get messages like that. Cletus Castle with a perfect pass there to the homie Gataki Dracos, and that's his first completed pass there as Castle moving this one inside the 20 already. Pittsburgh looking like they didn't miss too many beats from the last week. A little bit of some lackadaisical defense to start the game, but still got time to make adjustments, not necessarily in this game, but for the whole season. You know what I'm saying? Going to be a motion. 4 seconds left in the play clock. They are going to hike it, looking, and it's going to be caught, but it's not going to go too much further than where he caught it. It's going to be a gain of 2 on that one, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Delibird with his first catch. Did a little bit of tuning for the recording set. I bumped up the bit rate by, I believe, 500, so it should be a much more clearer game to see on the recording. Left side here, and it's going to be caught again. Turns up field, and I think he's going to be a little shy. Yes, he is. 3rd and 1 coming up here for the Mafia. Solid start to their offensive set here. And as you can see on the ticker, I got a few things rolling there already, showing off the Eastern and the conference standings Going into week number 1, handoff is going to be a fake, and Cletus is not going to get the job done. It's going to be 4th and 3. Pittsburgh's defense stands tall when they need to, and it's going to be a question if the Mafia are going to keep their offense on the field. Will they just go ahead and take the points? It looks like they will. Setting up for the field goal here. Kick is going to be up, and it is going to be good there. Set up there. Mafia is going to take the lead to start this one off. Solid drive there. Can't be mad at it. Wasn't too big of a fan of that particular play. I don't think Cletus Castle is made for it to run quite yet. He still has a lot to work with on his particular build, but hey, there's still time where that play, along with the rest of the plays in the selected playbook, can be very, very useful. Got to make sure that you secure the bag going into each week. That means making sure that you do what you need to do on updates, making sure that you're checking out all of the weekly pick'ems as well, because there is a new setup for that. The more you do it, the more TPE that you could get per week, so make sure you look out for that as well. And there's plenty more down the pike. Make sure that you subscribe and follow. Well, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow the Twitch channel, and you can also get TP from that. But it's going to be a return there close to the 25-yard line for Mike Hawk, but he's not going to get past the 25. Here comes Pittsburgh for their first offense of the game. And since I do have the roster numbers up, I can talk about these numbers here. Let me go ahead and click back onto it. But Jim Carr is going to be the quarterback. Mike Hawk, the running back, who's going to get the carry right there, trying to run through a player, and he's going to do a decent job there. Wide receivers, they're going to have JoJo Tidwell Jr., Corbian Crimson. They're going to have McDonald's Magna and Isaiah Fowler. And the kicker slash punter, they'll have Anita. In regards to the defense, they have Tank Jones, Cassandra Requena, Dax Brightmore, and Todd Ziegler on the defensive line. A very stacked D-line, if I do say so myself. As Jim Carr's going to take off the run. He's got a lot of room, trying to punch it out, but he's not going to fumble that football. That carry rating was just good enough for that one, and Jim Carr's going to move the chains. Going into the rest of the defense here for Pittsburgh is going to be Colt Wetzel, Gus Pack, Heavy D. Those are going to be the linebackers there. And then cornerbacks will be John Fowler and CJ Bird. Safeties will be Angel Flugel and Mitchell Lott. As Jim Carr is going to take off to run again. Is he going to pass it? No, he says I could do it myself. Taking it to midfield, and he's going to move the chains again. Already over 20 yards to start this one, and another first down here for Pittsburgh. And since I have him here, I'm going to go ahead and flip over to the Mafia set. Let me go ahead and roll it down. Thank you, computer, for letting me do that. But quarterback for the Mafia will be Cletus Castle. Running backs will be Quentin Robin and that man, Doc Boone. Wide receiver is going to be Aiden Keown, who actually got signed here pretty questionably, in my personal opinion, but I'm going to leave all of that to you guys to think of. And they also have Charlie Baker at the wide receiver position. Tight ends, they'll have Giovanni Walker and Gataki Dracos. And then that's all the offense that they have here. Gonna pitch this one and gonna be deflected. Great defense on that one. It's gonna set up 3rd and 7. And defensively, they have Buster Mack at D-line. The linebackers will be Paco Pac II, Devontae Tree, Alan Otero, Ernesto Romero III, Taiwan England. Is they going to get another scramble trying to get the first? I think he might be a little short. I think he slid a little too early, and yes, he is. It's going to be 4th and 1. And will Pittsburgh keep their offense on the field? That's going to be the question here. But continuing on the defensive side of things here, looks like Neil Mason at cornerback, Tyler O'Seal, and Noah Bake. That's going to round out the defense there for Pittsburgh. Sorry, for the Mafias. Pittsburgh is going to make this punt. It is going to be inside the 20, and the Mafia is going to get this football back. little bit of a switch up here. Pittsburgh running the football a little bit with the quarterback, but it's only the first drive. There's plenty more game left in this one. Are they going to hand it off again? Yes, they will. And Doc Boone's going to get shut down. A great tackle in the backfield is going to set up 2nd and 10.
That's a good shot.
Looking at those power rankings there, Tacoma, Charlotte, St. Louis, Tampa Bay, and Dallas will round out the top half. Another handoff to Boone trying to hit the edge, and he's going to get pushed backwards. That's going to set up 3rd and 7. And as you can see there, the Mafia, Pittsburgh, Huntington Beach, Arizona, and the homies doing their thing. And let me see. Actually, no, I take that back. And Anchorage, sorry about that. Had the screen covered, but it's going to be 3rd and 7 here. We'll talk a little bit as to why I put those power rankings there and when I see it again. But it's going to be a handoff. No, it's going to be a fake. Cletus Castle, a bucket, and a defensive player right in tow, but the pass flawless. And that's going to move the chains there for the homies in Wine and Cream. Giovanni Walker there with the catch. A nice job there by the tight end. It's going to set up 1st and 10.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
Let me hand off here to Doc Boone, trying to get past one. He's gonna get past one, but not the second. Decent coverage there from Pittsburgh, trying to slow him down. Nice and easy. It's gonna set up 2nd and 6.
Check 56, check 26. Tight right, tight right.
We hand off here again. Yes, it is. It's going to be Doc Boone trying to run through it, man. He's going to get close to midfield. Another solid gain there. 1st and 10 there for the Rook. Mitchell out with the 2nd tackle on the day, trying to keep it moving. Trying to get some more stats, trying to show why he's one of the top defensive players in the game right now. But the Mafia is on the move again. Are they going to keep the game running? Or will they try to find a way to move the sticks however they can? They're going to find Boone in the passing game this time around. A juke move and almost getting to the 1st down line. Cletus Castle looking nice so far in this game. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Let's go now. 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. No chance. 43's the mic. 43's the mic.
Making the handoff. Here's Castle, left side, and some coverage. It still comes down with the inside the 20. What a play by that man right there, Aiden Keown, who had a solid start for his season, and he's trying to put all of the yards that he can for his team. You know, he put in the Mafia actually lost a 1st round draft pick for signing him, so he might as well make some plays while he's here. And they're just going to let this one go to the end of quarter number 1. The Mafia on their way to try to score again, but Pittsburgh's trying to hold strong, trying to give their offense a chance to move down the field. It's going to be 1st and 10 here for the Mafia. That was a nice way to end the 1st half, if you will. But it's going to be a pitch left side. It is going to be caught by Draco's, hit right at the sticks. Will he get the 1st? Yes, it is. It's going to be 1st and goal there. 3 for 36 so far for Draco's. The former Charlotte Royal doing his thing on the expansion team, trying to give his team their first victory in their history. Pittsburgh's had a few since they started. They've gone close to the playoffs each of their seasons, but they're trying to change it here as another carry by Doc Boone doesn't really get too much. It's going to be 2nd and goal now. Solid job here from the Mafia so far this game. The pass game near immaculate at the current moment.
Push him back.
Gonna be making a handoff, and it's gonna be caught for the touchdown. There goes the Mafia.
That's the way you make it spin. That's the way you make it spin, baby.
Great job overall there. Cletus Castle right out of the play action. Didn't let the blitz missed him up, and that was just a nice drive overall there for the Mafia. Shout out to Big Noof and his team with a solid 10-point lead coming into the second quarter. Talking about the what's the word I'm looking for, the power rankings. Yes, I did start Tacoma over Charlotte, and most of it just came from the totality of the game. Looking at the two teams, Tacoma, they went all the way through the game scoring the football, and up to this point they have yet to have one drive outside of the one before the half. And even if you want to include it, that was a kick return for a touchdown. So as of right now, they're flawless moving the ball down the field. So can't wait to see if they can actually do it again in their next game. We'll talk about that a little bit later. They're going to be playing on Twitch, so make sure you watch out for that. And we'll talk about Charlotte in the next score or whatever happens. But here comes the homies in Pittsburgh. They got the football back, trying to hit a crease, but they're not going to get too much on that one. It's going to be 1st and 10 coming. Made a few minor adjustments to help prevent some of the big kick returns. Added a few more people that are a little bit faster, a little bit stronger to the bots that will be playing on those sides. So can't wait to see what happens. That's incomplete right there. Jim Carr looking for his first completion. It's going to be 2nd and 10 now, but yeah, just make sure that there was some more speed on there. I tried putting some of the bots in the kick return and punt return slots so you could get more stats, but as you've seen, it was a little bit too crazy with the kick returns and stuff. So we're going to make sure that's tuned up for you. Finding the pass again, and once again incomplete there for Carr. Has not completed a pass in this game yet. 3rd and 10 coming, and they'll definitely need one here.
Here we go, Shaq. Hiking 18. Get that quarterback at all costs.
One person get that quarterback at all costs, but Carr's going to try to pass it here. It is going to be caught. The first completion is going to move the chains, and that gets him close to midfield. A nice pass there. And who was that player number there? Number 15. Actually, is going to be a bot player there. Colin Johnson, I believe, is his name. Solid job overall. It's going to move 1st and 10 here. Pittsburgh's on the move. Trying to get something going, trying to get some points here on this board. There's going to be a pass here again by Carr. It looks like he's on the run, and he's not going to pass it. He's going to run it himself. He's got a lot of room, going to keep it moving, and then he's going to slide as he moves inside the 25. Jim Carr's passing game hasn't been too effective, but hey, he said he could run the ball, and that's exactly what he wants to do. Hasn't quite handed off to Mike so far this game. They've been doing a lot of passing. Actually, no, they ran a little bit, but it seemed like it was running a lot as per the pass. But let's see, another take off the run. That's not going to work this time around. Mafia is ready for it. Ivan Johnson getting into the backfield, and that's a loss of 14. What a play right there. And that's a rookie doing his thing. Shout out to the homie Ivan Johnson. It's going to be 2nd and 24 now. They definitely have to pass, but they're going backwards even further with a false start. Looks like 3 of their players went backwards on that, and it's going to be 2nd and 29 now. Didn't try to get the roughing the passer call, just wrap them up, push them to the ground lightly, and then keep it moving. Can't be mad at the discipline on that play. But Pittsburgh has some ground to make up here after the big run close to midfield, and looking for a man left side. Is going to be caught out the backfield, and it's going to be 3rd and 23 now.
They do not score, fellas. They do not score.
One person said, he ain't scoring. I mean, we'll have to see if they can convert 23 yards from here. Definitely doable, but they got to get the job done. They're going to go full-on wide receiver mode here. Carr needs to find something, passing it to the right side. It's going to be caught, turning upfield, and he's going to get close to the 25-yard line. So that definitely helps him get into field goal range. As Johnson's going to get his 2nd catch of the day. It's going to be 4th and 6 now. Can't be mad at the attempt to get some points. Anita is going to try to find some points on this one, put her team on the board, and it looks like it's all day from there. Pittsburgh will get some points today. Solid job there from Anita doing her thug fizzle, but now they got to give it back to the Mafia. Coming fresh off a touchdown and everything like that. Going back into the player, not the player rankings, the power rankings. Yes, we moved number 2 for Charlotte. As explosive as their offense was, they did give up 41 points. And as you can see, the Mafia, they've only allowed 3 points so far in the first, I want to say 17 minutes or so. So gotta think that their defense is a little suspect, just a little bit. The Mafia is holding their own defensively, but overall, you can't really put Charlotte below 2 on that one. Their offense is just too good, too sneaky good, and we're going to see them again this week. So make sure you watch out for that game, along with the other 3 games that's coming up after this one. You got to show some love to the homies. But at number 3, we have St. Louis. They are doing very, very well, and they did have the nice victory, albeit against a Anchorage team who really doesn't have all of their stuff together. But
we got 3 down.
a very, very great game overall. Rebecca Montaigne is going to be a great asset to the team. Look at Doc Boone running over a man, or trying to. And it's going to be 1st and 10 coming up for that man. I say that man to pretty much every player that I have a lot of faith in to do great things, and I trust a lot in this guy, Doc Boone. He's going to be a factor for seasons to come within the USFA. You could pretty much book that here. In the second game, it's going to be a pass here by Castle. Going to try this right side. It is going to be caught, and that is going to be a 1st down. Moving the sticks, and Cletus Castle is so far perfect on the day, as Delibird finds himself another catch. Pittsburgh is yet to find a way to slow this team down. It's looking a little bit similar to the last time they played. The pass defense has not been pretty to watch, but there's still a chance for this team to turn up. And he's going to get tripped up, as Doc Boone almost had a solid gain, but got tripped up at the line after a gain of 2.
Mike's 56. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up,
Handoff again. Yes, it is. It's going to be Boone. He's got a lot of room. He's going to get inside the 30, and he's going to move it inside the 20, inside the 30 to the 27-yard line. Angel Flugel making his first tackle of the day, trying to bring that young man down. And that was a nice gain here. The Mafia doing what they need to do. They're not doing anything too crazy. So far, it's working in their favor offensively. They're going to try to run again. Why not? They haven't shown a way that they can stop them. Doc Boone with another 1st down gain. And this run defense for Pittsburgh has been doing decent in spots, but so far, Doc Boone is just making this look too easy right now. You love to see the young folks do what they need to do. But that's going to be 1st and 10 here coming up. Mafia inside the red zone again, looking for another touchdown. Going to pass this one left side, and there goes the first incompletion of the day for Cletus Castle. It's going to be 2nd down and 10 coming.
Check 56. Who that? 56 to Mike.
2nd and 10 coming. Another handoff. Yes, it is. It's going to be Doc Boone running through a man. It's going to make that 3rd down nice and short, as he's already over 85 yards rushing. And honestly, if he's going to keep on running like that, you might as well give it to him again. See if Pittsburgh has the cojones to slow him down some way, shape, or form. 3 minutes 20 seconds left in this quarter, and Cletus is going to pass again, sending a blitz, doesn't get home, and he's going to throw it. He's got open man trying to run through 2 defenders, but he's going to get stopped, and that will move the chains at least to the 1 yard line there. Quentin Robin, the former Tacoma Eruption, doing his thug thizzle. Getting close to the touchdown, but 2 defensive players say no to that noise. Fowler and along with another player, couldn't quite see the number, but it's going to be 1st and goal here. Pittsburgh, another handoff, and he's going to run through a man. Doc Boone into the end zone again. And New York Mafia is going to score yet another touchdown before the half. That's that old school football right there. And honestly, I do not blame the Mafia for continuing on the process of running the football. If the defense has no answer, might as well do the same thing. I mean, if they can't stop it, what else can they do? But looks like Pittsburgh will be getting this football back with 2.5 minutes. If they could get the score before the half, it'll definitely help their cause, because I believe the Mafia took the ball to start out the game. I mean, I believe the Roughnecks took the ball to start off the game. So, gotta see what happens in this next one here. I believe I got the slide coming up for the rest of the power rankings. Yes, it is. So, Tampa Bay and Dallas, both of them are what's the name? Are expansion teams. 2 of our expansion teams that we have in the league. They both won last week. Both of them in, I wouldn't say surprising fashion, because Tampa Bay, they beat the Mafia, and then I will say the other one though, Dallas, they came out swinging from the first play, and they just kept on adding the points. Then Arizona came up, they tried to come back, and then at that point they was able to win it in overtime. So I had to give them the last top half spot there. A respectable game nonetheless by Church and Riggs and the rest of the guys there, but don't think it was enough to warrant them a higher rating than that. So just got to make sure that you're doing what you need to do. We'll see if they can get their victory in the last game of this week. It's going to be a fun ride, as we got a lot of good games coming up. Shout out to the homies as we set up for the week. It's going to be a fun setup here, and I'm loving what I'm seeing for this game. Kind of clunky in some spots, but hey, what game isn't? Gonna take off the run and still toss a pass, and had a man wide open, but the pressure was a little too much there for Carr to handle, and now it's gonna be 3rd and 10. Won't be surprised if I see another pass play here, try to get him back down the field. 3rd down coming. When we get to halftime, we'll talk about the bottom half of the power rankings there, middle of the field, and once again incomplete. Jim Carr, not the greatest start to his week in this one, but still got time to make it all up. Only down 14 points. I mean, if you could get the stop here, prevent points from the Mafia, you could definitely help your team out in that regard. But they got to give it back to the Mafia right before the 2-minute warning here. Sending this one deep in the middle of the field is Anita, and she's going to get it inside the 35. I mean, inside the 40 to the 36. Here comes the Mafia once again on offense.
Let's go now. Mike. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Tackles. 56 to Mike.
Indeed, that is what you're supposed to do. Get tackles. It's going to be Castle right side, and it's going to be caught there. Falling to the 40 as they're going to move it down to the 2-minute warning. Here is the Mafia.
Not today. Not today.
Going to set up 2nd and 6 here.
Mike, you don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see.
2nd and 6 here.
You don't want it.
Passing this middle of the field. It is going to be caught 1st down, a little bit past the 6 there. And Cletus Castle's going to keep the chains moving, getting close to midfield. Charlie Baker with the catch on that particular play. We'll see how far the Mafia can go. So far, Pittsburgh has some answers, but not consistent answers back to back, which has been a little bit of their problem so far this season. As Castle's going to set up a pass, going to be caught, sheds off one, and he's not, well, he is going to get the first after that hit. That last hit, oh, never mind, they marked him short. Now it's probably the right call too, but second and inches, Keon, he was fighting for those extra yards there. You love to see it. But they only got a minute and 13 seconds left. They're not quite in field goal range either. They're going to need to turn it up just a little bit. But even though they do have 3 timeouts, pitching this right side to Boone. He's going to turn up, and he's going to get inside the 35. And they're going to call their first timeout right here and there. Once again, look at that field, man. This looks amazing. I love it. Going to set up 1st and 10. 1 minute left. They got 2 timeouts left. The Mafia's objective is to get points however they come.
Right there, 56. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here. 56, the mic, boys, 56. 56.
Gonna look for a pass play here. Middle of the field is caught again. That will move him inside the 25. And another timeout called here. The Mafia looking real nice in this one, I must say. Definitely in range to get some points here as they set up 1st and 10.
Time to go, night.
Time to go, night.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
55 seconds left in this quarter here. Castle's looking for a man, gonna take off a run and just throw that one away. It's gonna be 2nd and 10 here, 51 seconds. Keep the clock on your side. Nothing wrong with that. See a little bit of the drip on both sides. We have yet to see the Pittsburgh's home jerseys. They've been on the road 2 straight games, and that definitely doesn't help going from Charlotte all the way to New York. A little bit in the got the East Coast vibes here for Pittsburgh, but still got some time. Tossing this one is gonna be caught. Not going too much further than that. It's going to be 3rd and 7. I'm sure they're going to call their timeout pretty soon. 33 seconds left. They're going to keep their offense on the field here on this 3rd down. They're going to look to try to get something rolling. Runs, he's going to throw it. He's going to make the catch. He's going to turn up a little bit. And a nice open field tackle there to prevent any more yardage. The New York Mafia is going to go ahead and call that final timeout there. And I think this is a solid time to bring out the kicking team. Secure the points. Go into the half with the advantage. You can't be mad at that situation here if you're a Mafia fan. Pittsburgh's offense still has to get it rolling, but the Mafia is actually going a little greedy this time. They're going to go try to get the touchdown. Going to take off the run as Castle chased down and sacked. And I don't think they're going to get anything in this half thanks to the player on defense. And ill-advised time to not go for the field goal there. I would have actually went for it right then and there, just secured the points. But they gave Pittsburgh a chance to get the points and everything. Is going to be Mike. And he just got trucked right there. What a hit by the homie right there, number 23. As Pittsburgh hits the field, this is a perfect time to get the offense rolling. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they start adding number 69 in their offense and see if they could get something rolling here. He's in the backfield for sure.
I'm coming. And we're going 30 seconds.
And they are going to hand it off here. There goes Mike. Turns upfield. Going to get a nice gain. 3 carries for 19 yards. Was not expecting this amount of carries here. But hey, it's going to set up 2nd and 3. I'm going to do a little bit of a different setup for the stats at the end. The handoff, no, it's a fake. Going to toss this one. It's going to be caught. And some traffic too. Look at Jim Carr threading the needle there. It's going to be 1st and 10 coming. Under some pressure too. But it's going to be 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Haven't seen too many of the bot wide receivers there for Pittsburgh, but they're definitely there. Just got to get open a little bit. Shout out to the New York defense. Gonna pass this one to the right side. It's going to be caught. and that's going to be a solid gain there. Car's finally over 50 yards passing. And there goes Isaiah Fowler with the catch, the former Bloodhound in the CSFA. And he is a CSFA national championship winner on that, I believe, the season 4 team. It's going to be another handoff to Mike, pushing through, and he's got a little room inside. And he's going to keep the legs churning. It's going to be 1st and 10 coming up here for the homie Mike. Ernesto Romero with the tackle, using his blockers to affect the play there. See Ernesto dragging him down. But here comes Pittsburgh. They're finally moving the football like they need to. Definitely a perfect time to get this one rolling. They're going to hand it off again, and a big hold there from Mike. Makes one man miss, turns upfield, and going to take it out of bounds, avoids the hit. And that is exactly what the doctor ordered there. Pittsburgh's at the 9. Honestly, kind of surprised he didn't try to run over that defender, but hey, Pittsburgh's on the move. I believe they're over 20 plays now. They're going to hand off to him again. Why not? He's been doing everything this drive inside the 5. They go, and Mike is going to make it down to the 4-yard line. Neil Mason making the stop to avoid giving up the touchdown, but Pittsburgh's on the move here. And they finally got that offensive momentum they need. New York Mafia stacking the box now. Looking to punch it in is Pittsburgh. They're going to give it to the fullback this time around. He's going to get into the end zone. That's going to be a touchdown there for the homies in gold. What a good job on that drive, and they definitely need it. Wasn't by a user player there, but great nonetheless there for Pittsburgh. They're going to move the ball down the field, and they're going to make this a 7-point ball game. And we still have a good game here, folks. Make sure you like and subscribe. Do what you need to do to get on the field. I'm trying to tell you, that could be you right there getting these touchdowns, or Doc Boone, or it could be Jim Carr, or the homie Cletus Castle. They all came from the ECFL, along with some players coming from the CSFA, and we're going to do something real nice for you in this league. But I didn't talk about the bottom half team, so I'll wait for it to scroll on my side and your side, since I'm looking at it as well. But yes, we're going to talk about those 5 teams, the 5 teams that ended up losing their first game. It's going to be interesting to see how they bounce back in the standings. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be doing that after every week. So pretty much after the last game is done, I'm going to go ahead and update that, so it's good to go for you guys when it's game time. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to be a run back here. Getting past the 30 is Noah Bake, but it's going to get to the 35-yard line. The Mafia's back on offense, and the last time they were on, they had chances to make points, but they got a little greedy there. Once again, not really a fan of that last game, or of that last drive there, but here's a chance to make up for it here. He's going to set up a handoff here to Boone. He's got a lot of blocks. He's going to try to turn up, and he gets tripped up as he tried to turn the ball upfield, but it's going to be 2nd and 5 here. It's a respectable gain nonetheless there for the rookie. Okay, I got the power rankings up now, scrolling over. Let me see what the second half does for me. Yes, it does. So the Mafia right here, they're number 6. So that'll definitely help their rankings if they can find a victory here. Hit the hole is Doc Boone getting the first down. Pittsburgh is number 7. They're also playing in this game. They gave up a lot of points, but they also put up a lot of points. That's why I put them at least in the top 7 in the rankings. And number 8 is going to be Huntington Beach, and even though they did give up the most points out of the bottom 5 and out of all the teams there, I had to give them a little credit. That's a fumble, but picked up. I don't know who picked it up. Was it by the same player?
Get ready, get ready.
No, it was not. That was actually recovered by, I can't remember the number. That's Deli Bird. Punch right out from the back, and they're going to move it inside the 35. That was a nice punch there. I don't know who did it, but that was a pretty good play. I'm not even going to lie to you. 1st and 10. But as I was saying about Huntington Beach, they gave up the most points, but the offense did look solid in spurts to where, and that's going to be almost caught off the tip. It's going to be 2nd and 10, but and the final two teams there is going to be what was the teams? Anchorage is going to be team number 10. Obviously, they gave up a lot of points, didn't score a lot, and then Arizona moved down to the what's the name? Oh, that was a nice move there. Doc Boone taking off again, gonna get to the 10, and the last team, Arizona, that was number 9, I believe. It should flip over. Yes, it is Arizona. So they lost to a team that they were definitely the favorites on. Dallas, they pretty much took over on that one, and they had plenty of chances to win it as well. So gotta get them down there, and then Anchorage will be the last team. So I think that's a fair one to start off the season for week number 1. I'm going to be making those changes, as you already know, as we move deeper into the season. It's going to be interesting to see who moves up, who moves down. Make sure you show some love to your boys. 2nd and goal here for the Mafia. They're already in scoring range. Going to hand it off here. Doc Boone's got a lot of room, cuts up, and he's going to get to the 2-yard line. Moving the spot again. 3rd and goal. Pittsburgh with the chance to get off of the field.
We got three.
It's gonna be another handoff. Yes, it is. And Doc Boone's gonna get number 2 on the day. Doc Boone showing off to the crowd here. The Mafia's loving what they're seeing from their 1st-round draft pick, and he's definitely worth every bit of dollars that he's gonna get paid from here to the end of his career. Shout out to the homie Doc Boone doing his thing. Kick is up, and kick is going to be good there for the Mafia, and it's back to a 14-point ball game. So the Mafia has the advantage here. Pittsburgh definitely needs to get a stop and some change on defense if they want a shot, but they still have another 16.5 minutes in this ball game. They still got some time. They still got some stuff to do. Offense, they definitely need to continue on with the great drives, and they definitely need to find a way to get Mike involved in the passing game. If you remember the last game, he had over 100 yards receiving, so it's not like he cannot catch the football. You just got to get him in open space and let him do what he does. But we're going to set up for this kickoff here coming soon. Pittsburgh getting it back. Shout out to all the people in the chat. Hopefully I have a lot more people than just the players on the teams that's watching the games. I want you to see the gameplay because it's fun, and that it gives you a good escape from all the craziness in the world. You already know how we do. I want to make sure that everyone's having fun. But at the current moment, it looks like the kickoff returns is looking a lot decent. Haven't seen any huge kick returns. No touchdowns quite yet. I'm sure because I brought it up, it's going to happen eventually. You already know how I am. Apparently, I've been great at calling plays this season. Well, actually, I've been doing it for a minute. If you go back to the Axis days, it's been pretty crazy choosing these plays. Pitching this left side, a juke move, and trying to truck through a man is one of their tight ends there. Actually, no, that's a bot player. Johnson's going to set up 2nd and 4. Going to do a little bit of a different setup here for the stats. I'm going to go ahead and run through them all just to make sure that even if I don't get the what's the word I'm looking for, well, if I'm going to get all the screenshots, but just in case I miss something, it'll be visible on the game just to make sure that everything's all good to go. You know what I'm saying? So we'll get that right. You already know how we do. Make sure that all the stats are up and all the good stuff. I got a Snapchat. I don't know who that was from, but I think that was from one of my homies in the military. Shout out to the military guys as well. I've been in the Coast Guard. Well, I'm not in anymore, but I was in it for a good amount of time. And I cherish every bit of it. I really did. All the places I've been, the people I've met, never take that away. But you gotta do your own moves. I want to work for myself. You know what I'm saying? I want to do what I want to do. A juke move there. And that receiver right there, he ain't looking like a bot player. He's saying he part of the offense for real. And Pittsburgh's gonna move the chains again. He's already 6 catches, 83 yards. I'm not sure where the other receivers are for Pittsburgh, but he's been in his bag today.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd.
Joe Carr looking to turn up. He's gonna hand off to his man. Mike is gonna get inside the 30. And once again, Mike has a very good rush per carry setup here. First, 2nd and 1 coming up after that carry of 9. 2 minutes left in the third. You're in field goal range, but at this point they need touchdowns all the way through. 2nd and 1 coming. Gonna be another handoff. Yes, it is a big hole, and there goes Mike Hawk down to the 20. 8 for 81. You see right there, a first down, a carry. And that's just ridiculous right there. Gonna keep it moving. I probably would have called that the 21-yard line, but hey, I'm not gonna argue with it. I'm not gonna argue with the refs. Let them do their thug thizzle. Another handoff? Yes, it is. Gonna turn this one right to the left side. It's gonna get inside the 20 now. It's gonna be 2nd and 7 after that gain of 3. Devontae Tree with the tackle, his 3rd on the day. Shout out to the linebacker doing his thing. Let me know what the quality of the game looks like for you guys. Are you liking what you're seeing? Are there some things that you want me to tweak with this? Should the scoreboard be a little smaller? I've been kind of tweaking with that. I think I made it a little bit too big, so for the next game I might tune it down just a little bit so you can see a little bit more of the field. I personally like it. Me personally, hopefully I'm not covering too much of the gameplay, but I can make it shrink up so that it fits the kind of mold that we're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? So, gonna be 3rd and 4 here. Let's see if Carr can convert. They're gonna need it right side, and almost throws a pick. And Carr has yet to pass over 100 yards in this ball game. You can give credit to that Mafia passing defense there. Pittsburgh's going to settle for the 3, and it is going to be good. An 11-point affair going on in this one, setting up a kickoff towards the Mafia. Now, Pittsburgh still well within this game. They got a full quarter. They just need their defense to stand tall. But their problem is in the 4th quarter, I'm sure they're going to lean towards Doc Boone all the way through. And honestly, I wouldn't blame the Mafia for doing so. He's been a beast on the block. And I think that's going to be an interesting development as the game goes along. A lot of the times when I've ran some of the sims with some of the NFL teams, a lot of the times defensive players run in packs to stop players. So if one person isn't all the way updated or isn't updated like in certain areas, it could leave a lot of chances for players to not make a play. And I think we're going to see another kickoff return again. And I think I called it again, folks. Noah Baker's going to punch his ticket, and they're going to make that lead a little bit bigger there. Mafia's going to get 30 for what I believe is the 2nd straight game, if I can remember. I believe so. I believe they got 30 on their last game, and that's definitely a big play there for the Mafia. Kick is going to be up, and kick is going to be good there. 31-13 in favor of New York. The home team looking real nice. Gotta check the rest of the scores here. I believe Arizona. Actually, now that I think about it, all of the away teams have won so far in the game. All of the away teams have won, just looking at the scores and everything like that. St. Louis was home. They won their game. Charlotte was home. Tacoma was home, Dallas was home, and the last team that I can't remember off the top of my head, I'm sure it's going to scroll for me, but all the teams that won so far this season have been the home teams. We've yet to see an away team get the victory, but there's still time to figure out when that's going to happen. I'm sure that's going to happen this week, sometime this week. We're going to get our first away team to go on the road and get the victory. So going to be 1st and 10 here. Pittsburgh looking to get back in this ball game. They have a pretty sizable deficit to work through. It's going to be 1st and 10 coming up.
They're running it. Kill, kill, kill.
Going to be passing this one. Here is the homie Jim Carr breaking away and is going to get sacked again. Devontae Tree bursting through offensive lineman to make that happen. 2nd and 20 coming. It's been a great defensive showcase here for the Mafia. See what they could do. And the interesting part enough, they do not have their star-studded strong safety Preston Dotson as well. So that's an interesting thought process. Did the Mafia get better without arguably the best defensive player in the league? That's going to be a question that we're going to have to answer as we see Preston Dotson on his new team in St. Louis. There was a trade there, a lot of picks, a lot of movements there, and it was a relatively cheap deal for St. Louis to try to get. So it's going to be 3rd and 20 here. Carr's going to need a play. He's going to toss it deep in coverage, and it's going to be deflected there. They tried the running back, I believe. No, that was actually Isaiah Fowler. Sorry, I got the numbers confused. Number 22. Tried to get the one-handed catch there, and he got close, but deflected right at the last second, as you've seen. And those are just those small details that could get you the victory, as the Mafia is going to get this football back. Sending this one as deep as he can, not going too far. The Mafia is going to start in Pittsburgh territory in this one. This might be the season of kick returns as everyone starts updating and getting better. And I did make sure that I got a lot of the better players within the set so they could get the returns and stuff like that. But looks like Noah Baker really doesn't care. He says he got speed. He knows how to use it. There goes Doc Boone. He knows how to use his speed too. Over 140 yards on the day. Is going to be 1st and 10 coming.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
First and 10 coming.
Get in the weight room.
Another handoff here, trying to reverse. Good blocking up front, but looks like the defense is going to slow him down a little bit. Give him a gain of 4. The handoff here is going to be Doc Boone again. Another short gain forced by Pittsburgh, and it's going to be a gain of 2 this time around. It's going to be 3rd and 4 now. Can Pittsburgh hold him to a field goal? That's going to be the question. Pittsburgh doesn't have too much time to wrap. They only have 9 minutes left in this ball game.
Check Mike, check Mike. 56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
I'll be passing this again. Cletus Castle running back and forth, makes 2 men miss and throws it on the run, still makes the catch and just gets blown up. Was that offensive player there? Deli Bird, he took a licking, but he held on. Running into his running back to throw that one, it's Cletus Castle, and he just got leveled. Looking like Troy Polamalu out there. That wasn't a user player though. That was one of those bots doing it. I told you these players are getting a little better here. It's going to be Castle taking off to run, trying to do something, and he's going to get stopped again. There goes that man again making the tackle. It's going to be 2nd and 3 coming. Let me see if I can flip over real quick. No, that's not a bot player there. I thought that was not a user player there. I thought it was for a second, but it's gonna be caught. Turns up and he's gonna get stopped right at the 1 yard line. Cletus Castle with a solid game. Not a lot of touchdowns, but when you have a back like Doc Boone, you don't gotta go too crazy with the passes. Just run the football, show that grit there in the trenches. Aiden Keown trying to get a touchdown. Will Doc Boone get his hat trick here? They're going to go ahead and pass it. And it's going to be caught there for Keown. Touchdown, Mafia. And that should be the dagger. I'm not expecting Pittsburgh to score this many points in the span of 6 minutes and 50 seconds. But you never know what can happen. A solid drive overall there by the homie Castle and the gang. Kick is going to be up. Kick is going to be good there. 7-play, 49-yard drive. Pittsburgh could not find a stop. And that's going to set up another touchdown here for the Mafia, as looks like New York is going to get their first victory of their careers. And once again, I said careers, first win of their history. That is more accurate there. Pittsburgh still has a little bit of work to do, but still plenty of time to make up for it here. I'll send this one away here. Pittsburgh on the return. It's going to be Mike Hawk with the return. Looking for a man in another lane. He's going to have to take it the distance. One man to beat. Going to take it to the 20 to 30. And he's going to outrun 2 defenders. He says I could get a kick return touchdown as well. And that's going to put Pittsburgh on the board again. I thought he was going to get caught, but I think the pursuit on those 2 players, well, at least that one that was coming from the side, was just a little too weak right there. Is going to set up another point after touchdown, but Pittsburgh will get another touchdown on the board. Special team wise, kick is up and kick is good, and that is going to be 5 in a span of 6 games right now. 5 kickoff returns in this one. Will I need to make another adjustment? That is going to be to be continued. Because at this point, I'm not 100% sure what to do. I've done pretty much everything I could in my power to make that happen. Six minutes, 40 seconds left in this ball game. And Pittsburgh, they're trying to find their way back. They're down 3 scores in less than 7 minutes. They'll get the chance to kick it back to the Mafia. Going to send this one away to around the 12-yard line. It's going to be another return, and he's going to burst free to get around the 35-yard line. And it's going to be 1st and 10. Actually, I think I do know of a way to slow them down. I think I know of a way. And I didn't think of this before, but I probably should have. But we're gonna keep it the same. I don't know why I didn't think of this before, but I know exactly what I need to do now. It's gonna be a handoff here. It's gonna be down to the 40-yard line for Doc Boone. But I'm not sure why I didn't think of this before. It is in the sliders. So I'm going to keep it the same for this week here, and after this week, you shouldn't see any problems with that. I don't know why I didn't think of this before, but hey, that is part of the process here. A lot of things going on in the USFA. We're going to get it right so we can make sure that everything's all good for you. You know what I'm saying? Going to be a handoff here again to Boone. He's going to break free. First down a little bit more inside midfield. Inside the 50, and that's going to take him to around the 48-yard line here.
Not ready for this, man.
Handoff going with the reverse this time. One man couldn't bring him down, and looks like he ran into his own man there, but Doc Boone's over 170 yards. Look, set up 2nd and 6 now.
Here we go, Shaq. Mike, 70 Lion. Right there, 56. I'm gonna come back to you. I'm going.
Hand off again to Boone. A little bit of a crease, trying to get the first. I think he's got it. 177 yards. No, he's 1 yard shy of there. 3rd and 1 coming.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
The tight end is apparently right. There's going to be a handoff again to Boone. A first down move, a little bit more, closer to 30. It's going to be another gain, and Boone, if they could finish the drive on the ground, he could pretty much get 200 yards rushing. And honestly, I won't be surprised if the Mafia let him do such a thing. That's a real nice gain here for Doc Boone. It is only in his 2nd game, getting close to 200 yards rushing. You love to see the young bucks do what they need to do. A handoff here, but Boone's going backwards this time. A great open field tackle there by number 33. And that is actually Mitchell Lott with the tackle there. 5 on the day. Let me know in the chat if you're still with me. Would you be interested in the future if I was to make highlight videos of these games? Let me know what you feel about that as we set up 3rd and 9 coming. I do have the ability to make it off of Streamlabs, but it would be very annoying to do. I'm not even going to lie to you, but I think that's something I could do in the future if we get another simmer or so. As we hit the 2-minute warning here, the Mafia has the advantage. 3rd and 9 coming. The Mafia looks to get their first victory of the season. Pittsburgh moves to 0 and 2. And we'll check out these other 4 games coming up for us after the game ends. Let's go ahead. Another pass there by Castle, looking to take off the run. Trying to stay on, and he's going to make the catch, but I think he was past the line, so that's going to be 4th and 13 now. Though moving back, the Mafia is still in field goal range. Actually, they actually declined it. I would have accepted it and kept the 4th and 13, but hey, I'm going to set up this field goal attempt here by the Mafia, try to make their first 40-point game of their history. And the kicker is set up there. Kick is going to be up. And the kick is not going to help out a lot there. It's going to be no good if Pittsburgh does make the stop. And I suppose they have the final 1 minute 50 seconds left in this ball game to make something happen.
Let's go. 70, 51. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Jim Carr's looking for something here. You got to expect a lot of passing plays from here on out from Carr. Looking for a man, and inaccurate right there. 8 for 18. Not the greatest game here for Carr, but definitely something to keep on working with. Got to make sure you keep on updating. Make sure that everything is good to go each and every week before you set the game up, or before I set the game up. So make sure you get your updates in, and games like this will be a figment of the pass, and another inaccurate short pass right there. You gotta hit on those short plays. You know, if you can connect on those more often times than not, you can make some other stuff work. Let's go set up 3rd and 10 here. That's how I would personally build up my quarterback. I would start short, build that up to a high standard, and then work medium, then the deep, and then like work around the other stuff like throws on the run, the throw under pressure, throw power. Even the throw power, I'll still add that because you need to fire it in those tight windows. But that was a nice pass play there going up the sideline. It's going to move to 6, stop the clock.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Pittsburgh trying to do something here to close the game. It stays in the pocket. Gonna try to pass it to the back, and it's not to be again. It's gonna be 2nd down and 10.
Here we go.
38-20 is your score. A minute and a half left in this ball game. Checking the clock for the video is 1 hour 10 minutes. And this one turns upfield is going to be getting close to the first down line. And they're going to call it their first timeout here is Pittsburgh. Mike with his first catch, actually. That's pretty interesting there. He had 10 catches last week, but not to be this time around. It's going to be 3rd and inches here. Third and inches coming. Comes a pass again, and it's going to be caught there. Johnson on the move inside the 30 to around the 25-yard line. I'm sure they're going to move towards the no huddle set now. We'll see if Pittsburgh could get something rolling here, perhaps get one more score before this game ends. And it looks like the bot players got 100 yards receiving. Definitely some good work there if you could get your bot player involved in your offense. Faking the handoff to Mike. He sets a pocket and almost caught. That could have been picked too. There was some defensive players in that area. Looks like Johnson is the main man so far in this offense. Great defense overall on that one. It's going to be 2nd and 10.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
51's a mic. 51's a mic.
Oh, he's passing this again. Carr and incomplete again. Not to be so far in this game for Carr. A little bit inaccurate there. Should be somewhere around like 40% passing, if I can do the math in my head. But here comes Pittsburgh again. 3rd and 10. You have to think that they'll offense will stay on the field, looking end zone, and gonna be incomplete once again. 4th and 10 coming up. Looks like the homie Fowler was playing defense himself. But it's going to set up 4th and 10 here. They need the conversion if they want to keep this drive alive. Perhaps get some points here. Quick pitch. It's going to be caught. It's going to be getting to the 5-yard line, and Johnson has just been the man with the master plan here for Pittsburgh. It's going to be 1st and goal coming up here. And they call another timeout here is Pittsburgh. 38-20. They're trying to get some points here. Haven't seen too much from Tidwell Jr. or Corby and Crimson in this game. And they're definitely in the depth chart, so maybe that's the Mafia's defense standing tall, not allowing anything crazy. Carr looking right side. That's going to be caught by Johnson again. And I guess the Mafia had answers for everyone but that man right there. That's been their saving grace in this ball game. This is number 15, as Jim Carr is going to get a touchdown to end his week. And it's going to make that score a little bit better in regards to seeing what will happen in the rankings. But it's going to be hard to imagine they're going to stay as high as they are, 0-2, going into week number 3. But we'll have to see. The Mafia, they definitely made their case to try to fight their way into the top 5. But we got to see what the top 5 teams do. Who will be the first home team to suffer their first loss? It will not happen today. And just so y'all know, this is just fresh gameplay here. This isn't anything like I'm doing something crazy. It is just a pure gameplay here. That's just what happened in these particular games. It is what it is. That's part of the process. But hey, the Mafia is going to get this ball back. They came fresh off of a kick return for a touchdown. And it looks like the Mafia will have to try to receive this onside kick, and it is going to be caught. And the Mafia will recover it. Went straight for the ball, not giving it up to Chance. And that should secure the deed here for the Mafia. Congratulations for getting your first victory in your history. In regards to Pittsburgh, still some work to do, but there is promise within this offense. Like I've said before, still a lot of time to get everything settled. Could be a depth chart thing, could be what's the word I'm looking for? Could be a playbook thing, and could just be overall getting the players updated, making sure that they know what they're doing going into week number 3. So keep your heads up. Still got some time to get better, as they called their final timeout. I'm not sure why. There really is no chance for them to stop it, but hey, the Mafia will close the deal here with their first victory, 38-27. An overall great game by the Mafia. Shout out to Doc Boone. I believe he will be my player of the game in this one. In regards to the Mafia, and I probably will have to see what happens for Pittsburgh with their stats. I'm not 100% sure who I would personally choose as the top dog there, but we'll get them into the mix as we are set up. We'll check the stats out and everything like that. But the final score is here, 38-27 here. Let's go ahead and check these stats out real quick. Cletus Castle 20 for 24 on the day. 2 TDs, no interceptions by either quarterback. Jim Carr 13 for 28, almost at 50%, but not quite there. Going into the rushing side of things, there goes Doc Boone doing his thing with 2 TDs, 6.4 yards a carry. Mike 8.6 yards a carry, a solid job from him. Going to the other ones right there, the longest rush on the day was from Jim Carr with 31. Going into the receiving side of things, let's flip to the homies in New York. Deli Bird was the lead in catches. Dracos, Keone, and Boone right there doing their thing. And it looks like that was a bot player there doing his thing, getting the touchdown. Checking. Let me go to the other sides here so you know what we're doing. There you go. Make sure I got that through. So going into the homies in Pittsburgh, and as you can see, only 4 players got a catch, so pretty much a lot of players were left blank in this one. Fowler and Mike were the only users to get a reception here. That's pretty crazy to see. Got to give credit to that defense there. Going into the defense for Pittsburgh, let's check it out. Mitchell Lott, actually, he may be that guy I put on that screen on the ticker for next week. 10 tackles, a solid job all around on that one for him. 1 tackle for loss, 5 solo tackles on the day, so solid job. And go ahead and scroll through these real quick. And when we go to the interception yards, scroll back up. And then all the way through. Make sure that I got everybody. Okay. Did I do the same thing for the homies here? I just want to make sure I did it for them as well. So here goes New York right here. And just make sure I got everyone. Devontae Tree, Neil Mason as well, having a great games right there. Let me go ahead and go over to it so you can see what's happening. And then on the downside there, make sure I got everybody pretty much blanked out all the way through on this side. And then let me go back to kicking. Thank you. I can go both this time around. Here goes both the kickers. Looks like the bot for New York, they missed 1 kick, but we'll go ahead and make sure everything's all good. They both made all of their extra points, and looks like that miss was from, it looks like that miss was from 49 or more, so it was a pretty long kick. Could not quite get it done. Punting, let's just go ahead and check it out, make sure I got everybody. And actually, there's only 1 punter here in this one, so Anita doing her thug thizzle. Here comes kick returns. Let me go ahead and make sure I got it. Yep. Kick return. Here goes both the homies here. Looks like Noah Bake and Mike. They both got kick returns for a touchdown in this one. Punt return wise, no punt return yards to see. And then on the team stats, let's just go through it real quick. We got some time here. Going to go ahead and flip through right there. 382 to 284 in regards to total offense. Going a little bit further down, no turnovers. Both teams did decent enough in third down percentage. Go ahead and keep it moving here. And that's really about it, man. We're going to go ahead and wrap this up. I'm going to get the screenshots rolling for you boys. But before then, we'll talk about these 2 games, these 4 games coming up here for the league. St. Louis at Huntington Beach, the Montaigne Betrayal Bowl, as I dubbed it in the chat. Rebecca Montaigne returns home to Huntington Beach to go up against her former team. And this is also the United Bowl rematch. So make sure you watch that on tomorrow. Make sure you watch that game. It's going to be a fun ride for sure. The game after that will be Anchorage at Charlotte. And Anchorage is looking to bounce back, but they got a tough road going up against Vic Dotson, Hank Falco, and the Charlotte Royals that came off of 59 points. Can't wait to see that. And then the second to last game this week will be Arizona heading to Tampa Bay. Arizona looking to get their first victory on the season, but Tampa Bay, they got their dub already against the Mafia. They're trying to go 2-0 on the season. And then we got the final game that will be on Twitch. It's going to be Dallas at Tacoma. Both of these teams got a victory, and they're looking to see who's going to go 2-0. Only one team could do it, and it's going to be a fun ride in this one. So once again, make sure you watch out for the next game coming. St. Louis at Huntington Beach. I'll see you when I see you. It's going down in the USFA. Get on the field, and let's get to this money.